بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي. Assalamu alaikum and welcome to Shams London Academy Shines Your Life. I am Muhammad and today we will study class 10 Oxford English. Kindly switch off your mobile phones or any other devices that may distract you from your studies. Thank you. And before we move on, Shams London Academy recommends you to stay at home as the coronavirus is getting very serious and it's scattering throughout the country. So dear students, stay home, save yourselves and others too. Alright dear students, in today's lesson, as it is about the poverty, we will play a short clip for you guys. So watch that clip, gaze upon it and listen. Thank you. Poverty to education. In the first, this poor boy was homeless. He didn't have any shelter, any place to go. People were staring at him as they were going to school. He will get up and begin to work as he was the car cleaner. He would clean the car and collect money for his desires. He was very humble and thankful to them. He will not get tired easily. He would be so grateful for the money he earned. He would go to a bookshop and buy a book for his education. The shopkeeper was also his well-wisher, as he was a hard worker kid. He would sit near the streets and people passing by would help him as he was living in great dismay, and few would even give something to eat. He usually spent most of his time under that tree, studying for his future, and one day a schoolboy came to him. Got surprised as he had nothing else to assist himself. One day, he again saw that schoolboy going with his little brother to the school. The homeless boy came near to them, stared at them as he expected something from them, which was the only and only one wish, which was education. Then after a few days, that schoolboy understood his feelings and gave him a hand, went to school together and made him a part of his family, and he got what he needed, the education, as it is the important way to get out of poverty. Alright dear students, as you have witnessed a short clip about the poverty, as it gives us a very important message that the schoolboy didn't give up and he struggled and he had a wish, which was education, and also he was homeless. He didn't have any shelter, anyone to help him out. Then he worked part-time and he collected money, and then one day, as life do give us a chance, he got his chance and he continued his wish, which was education. So in today's lesson, the same topic is discussed in this chapter, which is poverty. It is a poem and the writer expresses his feelings that he saw a leper sitting near a railway station, and that leper is a person who is suffering from leprosy that is not accepted by the society. So it's a kind of a person, a beggar you can also say. Therefore, that leper was not even begging, he was a silent beggar. And the writer says that I gave him a coin, I helped him out, and he accepted that coin in a glance. And he went away straight. And the writer was in a great shock that he didn't even thank me for that. Then moving on, the writer also says that I saw another leper and he was happy. Now here's the focus point. He saw two persons. One was sad, he gave up. He was in total dismay. And the other was positive. He was willing to learn from this suffering, which is poverty, and trying to bring a positive change in his life. So he says that another leper was also there, and that person was praising the God in great zest, in great enthusiasm. So it means, it is a very clear message for us that one person is in dismay, he gave up, as poverty has slapped him down and let him stay there. And he was begging and he was totally hopeless. On the other hand, the other guy was in great joy and he was not giving up on himself. So dear students, today we will discuss the same topic, which is poverty. So we will go to the book. Dear students, open your page number 7, a poem by the name Poverty. I will read, dear students, listen carefully and focus on the pronunciation and skills of reading. Page number 7. I lifted up my eyes near the railway station. So he says that I was in the railway station. I lifted up my eyes means I observed people and saw a leper standing against a poster-ridden wall, silent, a beggar. So he saw a leper, a person near that poster-ridden wall, and he was astonished from that person that he's too helpless. His clothes, his garments are out of date, worn out, and he's a poor person. He did not beg. Offered a coin, he took it. Now the writer says that I offered a coin, but even though he didn't beg for that, so I myself wanted to give him a coin or to help that person. Without a glance at me, nor made Tree slightest gesture in acknowledgement. Perhaps he was dumb and deaf as well. So the writer here thinks that maybe he was dumb or deaf because he is not making any gesture. He's normal. He's not doing any such thing as usually as in normal circumstances. If we offer someone a coin, he will be happy, he will be very humble, and he will be grateful. But this was the opposite case. Moving on. Dumb and deaf I. So now he's asking a question from himself that, am I dumb or deaf? Because I'm offering someone a help and in return he's doing nothing. Walk along, leper image sinking in my eyes. So I was forgetting that person. That image of that leper was sinking, means disappearing in my eyes. There was another on the platform. Now another leper was on the platform on that area. He sang with zest in praise of God. Now here something is missing in the book, but you will get the idea that a happy saint or a happy angel, here it gives you the meaning. So he sang with zest, with great enthusiasm, with great energy to praise the God. So he was praising the God even though he was suffering, even though he was in the state of poverty, still he was positive. This is the lesson that it gives us. Which perhaps he was. I walk along, deeper music holding up my mind. So that music, that praising of that person, that he was praising the God, was in my mind, and I was touched from his praising of God. So dear students, the poem ends here, and what did you learn is very simple but very important, and that is poverty can make us to stay down, stay negative, or we could even give up on ourselves. But on the other hand, if you think for the positive side, that poverty, even though it is very sad thing, but still we can learn from it. We can overcome poverty if we want to, and if you want to, dear students. So the exercise for this poem is very simple, dear students. Thinking points, work out on these thinking points. As I always say in my recent sessions, as I've said, that you have to understand the question, as there are tick marks. Briefly describe what did he say, what did he see here. So what did he see? He saw a leper near the railway station, then he saw another leper. He was very positive. So you can add up something, but to the point, be specific and concise. So dear students, the poems end up here, and I would also like to add one thing, that is using the native language in my sessions. Dear students, you guys are the senior class students, class 10 and 11 and 12, the last 3 years of your school age. So here, try to make yourselves able to listen and to speak and to understand only and only one language, which is our aim, that is English language. So dear students, that's why I do not use any of the native language, and I don't even want to. So dear students, focus, and thank you so much for your time. Do your homework and stay safe. Allah Hafiz. Dear students, in today's topic we don't have any such hard vocabulary, so we will not focus on that. It's very easy, even though I explained orally to you, dear students. Now we will go to the board and we will discuss a topic, a very beginner topic for the beginner learners to focus and to learn the grammar. So dear students, let's jump to the board. Welcome back, dear students. As we finished reading portion of that poem, Poverty, in today's grammar, a very important topic we will discuss, which is sentence, and it's the beginner topic for beginners. Dear students, very important if you want to have the grip on tenses, on active passive voices, parts of speech, and so on all the grammatical terms. You must and you should at least know what is a sentence and what it is composed of. So dear students, we will not work on the definitions. I will say them verbally. What is sentence? Sentence is a group of words which has a subject and a verb and gives you a complete meaning. It starts with a capital letter and ends with a full stop, exclamation or question mark. And it should give you a complete meaning, dear students. It's a Latin word, sentia, which means a thought or opinion. Dear students, I will talk fast due to the lack of time, but things that I have written on the board are very essential for today's topic. So, sentence, as I've said, it has two parts. It has a subject, it has a predicate. Subject, you should know, doer of an action. Two things are very mandatory in subjects. It is not always the doer of an action. Sometimes it is spoken of. Let's say I say Afghanistan is a country. So where is the subject now? If you say Afghanistan, is it doing any action? I don't think so. It is being said, or it is being spoken of in a sentence, which is a object. Ahmed is a teacher. Where's the subject? Ahmed. Here, it's not doing any particular action. So that is the reason I have divided the subject into two parts to make it easy. Two parts. Doer of an action and spoken of. So doer for action, I teach English. Doing an action. Spoken of, Shams London Academy is a great academy. So here, spoken of. Predicate, coming towards the predicate. Predicate is the very, you can say, technical part in grammar. And most of the students, even the senior class students, they have problem in predicate. Predicate has three parts, very essential three parts. It has a verb, an object, a complement. Now, in order to understand these things, this is a parts of speech, so you will have the idea and image in your mind that, okay, I have to understand, I must understand that verb is not just ism or play, watch, wash. It is a complete set of different set of circumstances. How? We will start from the verb. I hope you have understood sentence. I hope you understood the subject. I hope you understood the definition of a sentence. I will move forward, guys. I'm fast in teaching because lack of time. So cope with me, dear students. Verb. It has how many parts? 2 essential parts. It has auxiliary part. It has the main part. In auxiliary section, again, it scatters further. It has principal auxiliary verb, modal auxiliary verb, and semi or semi-modal auxiliary verb. Now they have more scattering. It has more parts. First is to be verbs, then we have to do verbs, then the third part we have is to have verbs. Now here to be verbs is most famous, is, am, are. The past form is was and were. To do verbs, present form do and does. Past will be, as we studied, did. To have verbs, have and has, or the past form had. Thank you. Future will be will or shall. So I will just shed a light on these as well. Will and shall are the future forms. Modal auxiliary verb. They are 9 in number. You should memorize them. They have different usages. They have different structures. They do have active passive voices. It's a complete nice lecture to study. Can, could, may, might, will, would, shall and should, and the last must. Then semi-modal auxiliary verb. We have 2 famous, need and dare. Some say O2 is also there and it's updating day by day, year by year. So for time being, just focus on the 2, need and dare are semi-modal auxiliary verbs. This portion goes under auxiliary verb. It's not just is, am, are, or it's not just can, could. It's a complete ocean, you can say. Main verb has 4 famous parts: linking, stative, transitive, and intransitive. These transitive and intransitive portions are better to understand the active passive voices. You will study in your upper level of grammar. So main verb, linking verb, it has different understanding. It has different definition, and these both are very related or similar but technical. If I say he is a student, so which verb I use? Here, stative. Linking follows the adjective. If I say he is handsome, so here that linking is the same. Is used in both sentences. He is a student, one. He is handsome. But you should focus, is here is the verb. We know that is here is the verb, the main verb. It's a part of the main verb. But what part? Which part? Stative or linking? Here is the difference. You will study thoroughly, inshallah, in details. But for time being, when is followed with adjective, linking. When is followed with the noun, that will be the stative. Transitive has further 3 parts. Mono is a Latin word which means one. Thy, Latin word which means 2. Complex, transitive verb, the 3rd part. Mono means one, which actually means one object. It takes one object. You say, I bought a gift. Monotransitive. Thy transitive. I bought a gift for you. 2. Thy. 2 objects. One is gift, one is you. Complex transitive takes an object and follows also with a complement. I bought a gift in the morning. So in the morning, which was a part of a complement, and gift was the object. So it follows, it takes an object with a complement. These are the important factors, elements for a verb in order for you guys to understand. If you don't understand, if you didn't understand, kindly repeat the video, replay the video, and again shed light on them. Just today you need to understand the chart of today's lecture. No need for further details. Inshallah we will in our further sessions. Object has 2, direct and indirect object. The same thing as I've used here. I bought a gift, right? So gift will be the object. So the first action, the first object that receives my first action, that is a direct object, right? If I say I hit Ahmad, Ahmad is receiving my action directly, direct object. But if I say I hit Ahmad for you, so first I'm doing an action, then I'm doing for someone, which is you. So here we have two objects. So direct will be Ahmad, who received the action directly, and the second person for whom I did it, that will be the indirect object, dear students. And the last part for predicate. These are all the components of what? Of the predicate. And the predicate is a part of a sentence. Complement, very simple. I have wrote a simple formula: pat tap, pat tap, pat tap. Simple thing. P for place, A for adjective, T for time, A for adverb, P for preposition. If in your sentence there is a place mentioned, there is an adjective mentioned, adverb or time or preposition mentioned, that will be a part of your complement. I am walking on the street. Where is the complement? You should now think, okay, walking on the street. On is what? Preposition. Okay, preposition comes where? Complement. Complement comes where? Predicate. Predicate comes where? Sentence. This is how you play with grammar. This is the simple chart. I made it for you guys. So at the last very few, I will repeat what I have taught. Sentence, you need to understand there are two things: subject and predicate. If I write a sentence for you guys to make it more easy for you, I say, I teach English in the morning. In the morning. Good. So here, you need to understand now what is a sentence. Now, if you really understood today's lesson, you will be able to tell me what is I, what is teach, what is English, what is the rest part of the sentence. So in first, what you have to do, sentence has two parts. So divide it. Part 1, part 2. In some books, it is illustrated that after the subject, whatever comes is predicate. Yes, you can shortcut that, but also in details, you can study like this, which is in details, which is very formal. So two parts. Part number 1, subject. The rest of the part, predicate. Now further illustration. Predicate has further parts. Verb, we have object, we have complement, then blah, blah, blah. We have different things right now. So how? Teach, I will say it's a part of a verb. English, that is a component of an object. In the morning is what? It shows what? It's not showing any action, but it shows one thing. And I hope you know, time. So time where? Where does time come? Guys, yes. So time, follow the structure. Complement, follow the structure, predicate. So that is a part of a complement. And good. Good is what? Think, okay, good. Good is adjective. Yes, this is the adjective, right? So adjective is part of, again, the complement as the pat up formula is concerned. Pat up, adjective. So again, that will be the adjective. This is how you play with grammar. Only one example I have written as lack of time, dear students. I hope you understand today's lesson. Do your homework, memorize, repeat, not just once, for many times, please. Thank you so much for your attention, and Allah Hafiz. Alright, dear students, as the topic of grammar has been discussed, which was a sentence, it's very important, dear students, just learn. We do have different definitions, we do have different things, but here you should learn the focus and the theme, the main idea, the main core of the lesson. That was a sentence, and it has two parts, and everything has been discussed thoroughly, dear students. So it is very important for your future grammar. If you need to learn tenses, active passive voice, parts of speech, and so on, this lesson was very important. So dear students, kindly do your homeworks and learn this lesson. And at the end, dear students, a very important thought of the day, that is, highest ranks cannot be achieved with ease. As in today's lesson, and in that particular clip, we learned that this homeless kid was suffering. He didn't have any shelter, no backup, even though he was not giving up. So these were the hardships he was going through. The same thing, it goes with us as well, that we have to suffer, we have to overcome all those hardships, and we have to work in a way that we will change those hardships into a particular position that will give us the benefit. So dear students, don't give up. And as I said, smooth seas do not make good sailors. So you cannot achieve that highest rank if you don't survive, if you don't struggle. So dear students, thank you so much. Stay tuned for another sessions and take care of yourselves. Allah Hafiz. Alright, dear students, a very good message and a very good news to all of you that Shams Learning Academy is working on online education. So dear students, if you are in any province, if you are in anywhere, you can access through internet the Shams Learning Academy official YouTube channel or Facebook page, where we will help you learn education at your homes. So dear students, kindly hook yourself up with the YouTube channel that we have, and you can access the online education of Shams Learning Academy. Thank you. We do provide the books, our Oxford system in English. So dear students, if you are in need in these books, you can contact Shams Learning Academy, and we have the facility to provide you all these books at your doorsteps. Plus, don't forget to like us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Shams Learning Academy. Thank you so much for your attention. You have a good day.
Shams Learning Academy. Shines your light.